My name's Amanda and I live in Sydney, Australia. I'm a music teacher and harmonic therapy practitioner. Along with Grandmother Malara, I'd like to invite you to be a part of a truly unique experience. Something that has never been attempted before. The Global Songlines Project. Some time ago, I came across a very inspirational discussion by Grandmother Malara, a respected Australian Aboriginal elder. She described how important songlines are to her people. Songlines are the energy lines that run through the earth. The Aboriginal people have been singing into these songlines for thousands of years. In this way, Indigenous people connect heart to heart with Mother Earth. Grandmother Malara believes the time has come for everyone, Indigenous and non-Indigenous, to learn to sing into these songlines. Mother Earth needs our help, and by helping the earth, we help ourselves. The way Aboriginal people sing into the songlines is through various sound patterns that have often been passed down through generations. Non-Indigenous people do not have this shared heritage, but what we do all share is our own individual tone or frequency. We would like to help you find yours. Once you've found your tone using the process we've described, we'd like you to record it on your phone's voice memo and then send it to us. You don't have to be a singer or have a wonderful voice. It doesn't matter how it sounds, especially to others. What matters is it's your heart song unique to you. We're hoping to receive tones from all around the world, so please share this link with others you feel resonate with this project. All of the tones sent to us will then be combined by our very talented sound technician to create one huge harmonic. This harmonic will then, with Grandmother Malara's blessing, be released into Mother Earth. Finding your own individual tone is truly a gift, as once you've found it, you have it forever. Then you too can use it to connect heart to heart with Mother Earth. The more you sing into the songlines, the stronger your connection becomes, raising your vibration and that of the Mother as well. Please come and be a part of this truly amazing Global Songlines project, where we all come together to connect heart to heart with Mother Earth. It's very simple. All you have to do is watch the interview with Grandmother Malara as she shares her ancient wisdom about the songlines with you. Listen to the short guided meditation that will help you find your tone. Then record it on your phone's voice memo as an OM. Try and make it last for at least 60 seconds. And don't worry if you have to take a breath. Just continue for about a minute. Then send your recording to globalsonglinesproject@gmail.com. By the 20th of May, if you can possibly get it in, as it's going to take a very long time to process it all into creating that giant harmonic. So please, as soon as possible, can you record it and send it to us? The last thing I'm going to ask you is, if possible, to see if you can go to our GoFundMe page and make a small donation. Our lovely technician is doing it all for nothing, and he's donating his time and energy, but what will cost us is the cost of the recording studio, so any little donation you could make towards that would be gratefully appreciated. Finally, share the link with anyone you can, because we're hoping to make this a truly global project, and we look forward to hearing your tones. And we'll also let you know, if you send us your name and where you come from in your email, we'll let you know when the tone's finally completed, the harmonic's completed, and when we're going to release it. We're really looking forward to this, so please come on board, join us and be part of the Global Songlines community. Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I grew up in South Australia, and I've travelled the world a few times, but I've In the between times, having studied and been working as a teacher, an educator, all over the place, I think probably what's more important here is what my ancestry is in terms of what leads us to the project. So my ancestry is through my mother's father is Wilcannia, which is in New South Wales, Aboriginal camp in New South Wales at the time. Through my mother's mother is the Afghani connection. So that was a connection through Central Australia, where the Afghani cattle drivers intermarried with the Aboriginal communities. So that I have an Afghani Aboriginal connection, and also through my mother's father is an Adnyamathanha man in the Northern Flinders Ranges. So from all of that, I could say I am an Adnyamathanha woman of the whatever the mobs are in Broken Hill and Wilcannia. On my father's side, he didn't come from an Indigenous background, so I won't count that in here. But as a result of knowing that Aboriginal one drop of blood, very, very potent, however many drops I've got, doesn't matter. The Kimberley Law woman said to me 30, 40 years ago now that one drop of blood and you are Aboriginal. So I say that to all the listeners here, that any of you who have a drop of Indigenous blood, then you are Indigenous to the country. And these days we have many bloodlines and songlines running through us, and I think it's an interesting time to have the return of the old ways and the old law to come anew. I didn't know who my mob was as a kid growing up. I just knew that we had a very strong connection to country and to the wilderness in particular. I know how it made me feel, and I've travelled all around this continent, sitting with the elders. I've travelled around the world, but in this continent, I sat with many elders in their country and I was taught by them. And as time's gone by and you go around again and around again, my initiations have been significant, and they get more and more significant the greater that when you get to the next level of knowledge. And so much so that I've now been initiated by Biome, and it was witnessed by about 50, 60 people in the cave where he is. And that's a painting. That painting is alive, I can tell you. I got bolts of lightning through me. And from that time on, that was last year, there's really no going back. This is the time of the new dreaming. And as I'd said in the earlier broadcast, the time of the old song lines are finished and the new song lines are coming in. And we're making way. All of us are making way for those new songs to come through.
Can I ask you, Auntie, to explain to people that don't understand, what are the song lines and what is their significance to Aboriginal people? Why are they so important to them?
So before the settlers came, or before the ships came, how we were given our law was from the stars. So our particular creator beings. So if I talk about Biome, over in Western Australia, it'd be the Wandjina. In Central Australia, they'd talk about the Chukupa. Over here where I am, it's Biome. And through Biome, or even through my dreaming, my dreaming is white whale, so I'm a white whale. And even in that dreaming story, that how those songlines were created, it comes from, we were given the records from the Star Maidens, so who are the Seven Sisters, the Pleiadian star constellation. So we've always known that we're from another place, another country, and we'd look above and we'd say we're from another country, from the stars. And we were given, each mob was given an area to look after, and in that area they had to look after everything. They had to keep everything alive. They had to look after, they were given the totems for that area, and they had to make sure that those totems, which were family, had to be cared for. And how the boundaries were created was around energetic frequencies, I expect. So we would call song lines. So we knew in our boundary what the song line was for the boundary area. Now, there were song lines in between because when you go out walking, say with the women and children looking for food to eat, we would be singing our song to know where we were. Oh, yeah, that's right. At this time of the year, we would find yams underneath those plants. Or at that time of the year, which isn't this time, we would ordinarily collect berries, but the berries aren't ripe yet. So we go into another area. So all of that's all part of a song. And we would walk across that country singing these songs in a language, the language of the land. And it's always a spiritual quest. Everything that in the old way was always a spiritual. We were a spiritual people, and we lived in the dreaming, which is a place of spirit, a place of high consciousness. And so, but we had strong song lines around our boundary, and they would be shared song lines to our neighbours. And typically it was our lawmen that would sing when the whole tribe packed up and moved. The lawman would sing the song travelling across country for the tribe. We all knew the song, but it was his responsibility when that time came to move for him to sing up and let the land know and the spirits of the land that the tribe was on the move and we were coming through country. So to cross country, if you weren't from our area, you had to be given the song to cross the area. And this is what the Welcome to Country really was. We would bring, for anyone wanting to cross our country they got permission or asked permission through ceremony. We would have a ceremony together, and at that ceremony, the visitors to our country would be given the song so that they didn't get lost while they're crossing country. You know, the early anthropologists never met an Aboriginal person who was ever lost because they knew what they were singing, their way across country. And so at Welcome to Country ceremony is a time when you are welcome to country and you are given the song so that you will travel safely across country, because anybody traveling in our country is our responsibility. You know, we have a payback system. If something happens to you, you die traveling through our country, then there's going to be a payback. Someone in our community might have to die as a consequence. So we had to make sure that you were safe as you were traveling through country. And then where the boundaries were together, there's a shared song line. And so there would be ceremony to keep those song lines renewed and clear and clean. And it's like anything devotional. When you sing something up, you sing a devotional song, a mantra. You know, look at the great temples of the world, how they feel when you go in there after all of that devotional singing. You've got a good feeling, haven't you? Really ethereal feel. And it's like that. When you're singing the land up and you're singing the rocks up, you're singing the creeks, you're singing up the animals, you're singing up the birds, and you're singing up each other, it has that kind of a quality to it. So they were traditionally how the song lines would mark territory, but it also had energetic, strong spiritual energy, and they would tell us how to travel.
It's about connecting heart to heart with Mother Earth, isn't it? That's a big thing with, I suppose, teaching non-Indigenous people how to sing into the song lines. Why is it so important for non-Indigenous people to sing into the song?
I think it's important for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are. It's important to, firstly, connect to the Mother Earth, who is your mother. She's our cosmic mother. So she provides everything for us. Where she is not sung up, she withers. She doesn't necessarily die, but she withers, is depleted in energy. Where you sing the place up, it's a vibrancy there. Things are really alive and they work much more harmoniously and in balance, and with you.
So it's a gift, not only you give yourself, but it's a gift you give the mother as well.
Mm.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can I ask, why do you think it's so important at this time in history for everyone to learn to sing song lines? What do you think has, why at this particular time is it important for you to share your wisdom?
Well, first of all, we always knew, I always knew, and the old people always knew that there was going to be a great shift, a great time when humanity needed these teachings. And I got told for years and years and years, they just said, come on, girl, you've got to get those teachings out there. If you don't get those teachings out there, they'll never know, they as in the uninitiated people, will never know how to look after themselves when the time comes. And the time is about the new dreaming. And the new dreaming is when the old ways come back again in a new way. And we are in that time. The old way, one way of having finished songlines was mining has completely cut off those songlines and disturbed those areas. So wherever Mother Earth has been disturbed, there's a disturbance in the field. And unless they have been chimed or toned or sung into harmony, into a harmonic resonance with the environment, and I'm talking about cities even, then there's always a disturbance in the field, because the earth has memory codes. She remembers all of what's past, all of what is there. And the ancestors in the spiritual realm, the traditional custodians of any lands in the spiritual realm, are still there looking after the land. And so it's important for all of us to realise that if we can work on singing ourselves up, which means, being well, being in harmony with the environment, then when we are feeling good and we're singing ourselves up, that'll go out into the environment in which you're in. And that will go into the consciousness grid. That will go into the Gaia grid of Mother Earth. And it will help her. Yeah, it goes both ways. If you don't do it, which is pretty much our story in the last 26,000 years, we haven't been singing up the songs, minus Australia, that doesn't count, then, there's a lot of war and a lot of famine, a lot of sickness, a lot of ill health, and a lot of depression and anxiety, and not a lot of joy. And that's got to change. It's like finished. We finished that story. That no longer serves you, no longer serves me, no longer serves humanity. And so the old people knew that this time was coming, a time of great change. So I thought it was going to be a tsunami because they were talking about a wave. And I think many other people have thought the same thing. I've heard from lots of people say, oh yeah, I had a dream about a big wave. And actually, it's a wave of consciousness that's coming through. And as a result of all of us being, sent to our rooms for a while, I feel that we've all had a great opportunity to look at what is important to us, what's actually important. And when we stop running and chasing our tails and, I've got to go to work, I've got to earn this, and they go, well, stop. Look at why. Where's that coming from? Do you really have to do it that way? Or can you do it differently? Can you do it in a way that's in alignment with life itself? It's in alignment with the song. And if you choose to go back to some sort of a routine, which is probably very good for all of us, but back to a way of working, I suppose I'm going to work, how can you do it differently that has a higher vibration to it? So, for example, if you are driving to work, what can you do? Can you sing in the car? Put on high vibrational music. Don't go listen to the news, to bad news. Don't go listening to, boom, boom, buff, buff. Forget about that stuff. That doesn't do you any good. Listen and, look to purchase and listen for, high quality music. And it's of the realm of the solfeggio notes. So the vibration of Mother Earth and all of that natural notes. There is now music available. People have made on those scales.
guests to actually raise their vibration by singing. I just want to say that's why it's so important for people to actually find their tone. So at the end of this segment, there's a meditation for people to actually do where they can find their tone, and then we're asking them to record it, grandmother, and to send it into the Global Earth Project at gmail.com so that we can combine them all and make a beautiful harmonic to bless Mother Earth with. And I know
Beautiful.
you're part of this project. Before we finish up, is there anything else that you'd like to say to anyone as we leave today?
I think be mindful of your thoughts, because when something is very heavy and dense, it drags us down. Thoughts can do that.
Yes.
So if you catch yourself, if you find yourself going down a bit of a rabbit hole that way, stop and go, oh, hang on, change the way that you're thinking. And I would like to give a check for everyone, a check-in, and it's as simple as checking, does this give me joy? Does what you are doing now give you joy? If it doesn't give you joy, stop doing it. Change the way you're doing it. Can you put your mind to it in a different way? What gives you joy? And if you're still trying to work out what gives you joy, go check, does this give me joy? Does talking to you give me joy? Yes. You talking to me give me joy? Yes. Give you joy, I mean. Anyway, you got what I mean. And what that does is helps lighten all of us up. We feel lighter, and more joy goes around, produces more joy.
Well, I want to thank
Does it give you joy?
Thank you so much for coming today and sharing all your wisdom with us and being part of this amazing project, which we know is going to go global, and hopefully everyone around the world will take part in this special project where not only it gives us a chance to heart with Mother Earth, so we're doing something for ourselves and also helping to raise the vibration of the planet. So thank you so much for sharing this special time with us today.
Excellent. Sing it up and sing yourselves up.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good luck. Go well.
Welcome. Amanda here. Today I invite you to join me in a beautiful guided meditation to assist you in finding your own unique tone, your heart song. Find yourself a quiet place, preferably outside in nature, but if that's not possible, anywhere that's free from distractions. You can sit on the floor or on a chair or even lie down, whatever is most comfortable for you. When you're ready, we'll begin. We're going to start by closing your eyes and bringing your focus into the present moment. Listen to the sounds around you. It might be the birds, the sound of the wind. It might even be a passing car. Whatever it is, observe it and take note. Then bring your attention to your breath. Take a deep breath in and then out through the mouth. Another in and out through the mouth. As you breathe, see any worries or cares that you might have float away with each exhale. Feel your shoulders relax, your eyelids, your lips, so that you are now totally in the moment. The next sound you will hear is the beautiful crystal singing bowl, the heart bowl. As you hear the bowl, visualize your body surrounded with a white, luminescent glow. We're now going to call upon all your guides and beings of light that love you unconditionally to assist us at this time, so that whatever occurs in this meditation is in alignment with your highest good and the highest good of all concerned. Visualize a small flame like that of a candle in your heart. With every breath, the candle flame glows. It's growing. With every breath, it expands. It's now covering your heart space and then your entire chest. That beautiful white light is moving up your body to your shoulders, your neck, and now your head. The white light is continuing to travel down your arms to your elbows and fingers. It's moving now to your stomach and your hips. The whole top half of your body is glowing with white light. The white light is continuing to travel down your legs to your knees, then to your ankles, and finally your toes. Your whole body is now radiating with this white light. With every breath, this light is expanding to fill the entire space you are in. Feel this expansion. Now visualize a column of light coming down from the stars above, through the top of your head, your crown. See it travel down your spine, to your ankles, and finally your feet. See the light continue to travel from your feet into the earth, way down, through all the layers, until it reaches the heart of the mother, in whatever form that takes for you. Or you might like to visualize it as a pink rose quartz crystal in the shape of a heart. We are now in a state of grace, and as such are now going to move our focus back into our heart space to find our own unique tone or heart song. Continue focusing on the heart and begin to connect in and feel your tone. This tone is buried deep within, but feel it emerging. Visualize it coming forward. See a connection forming between your heart space and your voice box. Visualize this clear pathway forming, ready to receive your tone and help you bring it forth into the world. When the time is right, bring it forward and release it as an Om. The sound may be small at first, so focus again, and this time bring it forth with greater strength and purpose. Bring it forth again. This is your unique sound, belonging only to you. Call upon your tone one last time. This time, sending it now to the heart of Mother Earth. Continue singing your tone into the Mother until you feel that you have made that connection. Take as long as you need. Once your connection has been made, you might like to sit in this precious space, feeling into this energy. When you are ready, it will be time to draw upon your light body and bring it all the way back into that tiny flame within your heart. Your sacred space and your tone are now ready to expand and bring forward whenever you need that heart-to-heart connection with Mother Earth. As I play the bowl, you will see all of your energy that has become so expansive. Again, returning to your heart space, remaining as that small flame, ready to be used whenever it is needed. Remember, you are safe, loved, and always protected. When you are ready, feel again the ground beneath you. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly bring your awareness back into this present moment. When you are ready, open your eyes. And as we close the sacred circle, give thanks for all that has occurred. Now that you have found your own unique tone, when you feel the time is right, can you please record it and send it to us so that we can come together from all over the world to join in harmony and connect heart to heart with Mother Earth. Thank you for coming together as part of the Global Songlines project and the Global Songlines community. Namaste.